He didn't care she was pregnant. Annie sat alone, just watching her husband dance with a stranger. Not once did he ask her to dance. Not once did he even look her way. She was carrying his child, yet in that moment, he made her feel like she didn't exist. If you've ever lived this kind of hurt, you know that it's worse than bruises. It was supposed to be a nice evening, kind of a church event, music. Annie looked at it as a little escape from the exhaustion of her early pregnancy. Annie had been feeling rather tired and kind of sick to her stomach for weeks now, but she pulled herself together, put on a soft blue dress, brushed out her long blonde hair, and thought, just maybe tonight would be a night of happiness. She imagined that she would be dancing with her husband, laughing with friends, and just feeling connected again. But the evening didn't go that way. He didn't savor a dance. He didn't hold her hand. He didn't even look at her as his wife carrying his child. It was really strange. Instead, he danced. However, he danced that he had was this woman, this really pretty young woman. But Annie didn't feel it was about the romance. I mean, Santino wasn't a cheater, but something in the way he did it, the way he let her watch him dance with this other young girl, it felt intentional. Like he wanted her to feel small, like he wanted to remind her that even while she was carrying his baby, he could make her feel invisible, that she wasn't special even though she was pregnant. And he just sat there watching her husband twirl this young girl around in circles. It was supposed to be a church dance, a family night, yet he was laughing a little too loudly, flirting too obviously. But Annie didn't know what to call what she was seeing or feeling. Was it jealousy, shame, or something deeper? Something hollow and quietly terrifying. He wasn't even trying to hide it. That's what I think shook up Annie the most. So out in the open. Santino's public persona was always so crafted. He was charming, attentive to Annie while others were watching. But that night, he didn't care who saw. Annie couldn't help but to wonder, was he just punishing her because she was pregnant? Or was this who he really was all along? Was this the guy she married? So she just disappeared in the crowd, his choice making her vanish piece by piece, right in public view. And she didn't have the words for it then. But looking back, Annie knows that moment was its own kind of cruelty. No shouting, no shoving, just humiliation served quietly while the world just kept going. I think that so many survivors know this kind of wound, the kind that nobody really sees. People think abuse has to be loud, don't they? Maybe violent or obvious. But so often it's 1,000 tiny cuts, 1,000 quiet moments where you're made to feel less than human. Being pregnant, should be a time where love grows stronger, where you're nurtured and cared for. Yet, for so many survivors, pregnancy doesn't bring tenderness. it brings more cruelty. The narcissist sees the attention shifting away from them. They see your exhaustion, they see your vulnerability, and instead of protecting you, they punish you for it. It's a twisted kind of reminder that your needs just don't matter, not even while you're carrying their child. You start to believe you deserve the empty chair beside you, the long night of being ignored, the ache in your chest that no one else sees. But you never deserved it. You never deserved that pain, not then and not ever. This is for every survivor who remembers sitting alone when they should have been cherished. For the ones who carried life inside them while someone else chipped away at theirs. You deserved gentleness. You deserved a hand to hold. You deserved a partner who would see you. I mean, really, really see you, because that's when you needed it most. I see you now. I honor your truth, and you are not alone. I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney, author of Undercurrent, and the host of the Are You Annie podcast. Annie's story is just one story, but it holds pieces of so many others. It's Annie's story. It's because of her that this podcast exists. You know, she's just not a name in a book. She's a mirror for the unspoken battles that survivors have faced. As always, though, I want you to remember you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse. I want you to be tenacious and never, ever give up on what you believe in. I know you're here. I honor your truth. And I know that you stayed to the end, and I appreciate you. Until next time, please take good care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Thank you.